Now, lots of people have done their best to do this console justice, but you know what? No one has done more reviews than me. I am the Game Collector, and this is Second Opinion Games, and today I do the official top 10 for the Atari Jaguar. On this list, anything goes. It doesn't matter if it's a homebrew or even on the Jaguar CD. This is definitely my list. Also, here's a game that just didn't quite make it, Escape 2042. It is extremely good, but falls a little bit short, so it didn't quite hang in there as well as the rest. So, without any further ado, let's start this list now.
Second Opinion Games.
Number 10, International Sensible Soccer, also known as the best sports game on the entire platform. And you know what? I don't take that lightly. Some people say NBA Jam's terrific, and you know what? It is, but they had to change the rules completely. Sensible Soccer keeps everything that makes soccer, soccer. All the movements of the players seem totally natural. You could pick almost any team that you could possibly imagine and put them in any league that you want. You could play for the World Cup or make a custom league where you have your own tournament going on for your own honor. Or you could set up 2-player matches against friends, and everything about this game completely feels right. The graphics are a little bit on the simplistic side. The music is practically non-existent, but the ambient sounds of the background, the chanting, everything in this game just screams authentic. And that's what really drives home a great soccer experience. Number 9, Super Burnout, the best driving game of the console, and also one of the best looking. The trees on the fields, the wind in your face, driving around corners has never felt so satisfying. You have a little mini map so you know when to brake, and that's the only thing I really miss about this game is a cool brake sound effect. Your bike has a very nice hum to it. The music sounds terrific. There's split screen multiplayer so you could take down a friend, or you can just go for straight up championship mode where it keeps track of your high scores. This is the complete driving experience on the Atari Jaguar, and it does it all super scale style, so it looks completely beautiful and holds up as one of the best games ever to this day. If you don't have it already, then you're completely dead to me. Number 8, Missile Command 3D. Now, I was a project of the 80s, and you know what? Those crazy Russians are always trying to fire missiles right up our keisters, and we had to shoot them out of the sky, non-stop in the arcades with the original mode, which is what this game has. Also, it has a 3D mode, where you could shoot down those same freaking missiles in a 3D environment, and it looks great, and even has those pre-2000 lens flares going on, and incredibly awesome sound effects. But where the game really shines is virtual mode, where now you could use lasers to shoot down the missiles, and you could even flop between the different towers with a simple quick button press. Now the game starts off underwater, and then you go up to the skies, and next thing you know, you're in outer space. There might even be asteroids up there or dragons trying to kill you. This is the Missile Command I wish I had when I was a young kid. Number 7, Battlesphere Gold. Now, if you're super rich, you probably have 32 Jaguars, 32 link cables, and 32 copies of one of the rarest and hardest to find games there possibly is, and then you could have the ultimate epic multiplayer experience. Or you could just simply go alone against the Empire, or Gauntlet mode, which is something I completely love. You just try and shoot down as many ships as you possibly can, round after round, where it starts getting harder and harder. Thanks to that radar system, you always know where your opponent is at all times. And also the fact that you only have a D-pad, no analog sticks, and tons of buttons, but it still uses every single one of those buttons to perform a different action and the game feels intuitive to play, simply mind-blowing. I don't know how this game ever got made, but I am sure thankful it did. Number 6, Rebooteroids, the newest game on this list, and simply one of the best homebrew games I've ever had the honor of playing. Rotary controls, online leaderboards, head-to-head play against a friend, or maybe just do co-op where one person pilots and the other one shoots down those evil asteroids. This is the complete experience. The music is simplistic, but gets more and more complicated as you play. Every 5 rounds or so, you have a shot at a bonus game where you could earn yourself an extra life. And you're going to need every single life you can to beat the 100 levels in this epically long game. It is simply a masterpiece. The power-ups are really needed in upper levels, whether it be range extender, double damage, or even a spread shot. Playing smart is important. Using that hyperspace and using it properly, even more important. This is a really new game for the Jag, and you know what? We should all support the Reboot team. Number 5, Blue Lightning CD, a game that was panned and destroyed by critics, and it happens to be one of my favorites, with a hardcore rock and roll soundtrack, tons of corny, cheesy FMV videos, tons of different airplanes to choose from, and you know what? If you get shot down, that airplane is gone for good. So it encourages you to play smart and play at your absolute best. If you like Afterburner, well, throw that game in the trash because this is so much better than that. You have napalm to drop on your enemies, or cluster bombs, shoot them down with missiles, or just use your machine guns. The game's long and also dirt cheap. This is the arcade experience we were promised when we bought our Atari Jaguar in 1995. Unfortunately, we had to buy the CD attachment just to play it. Number 4, Rayman. This is supposed to be a console exclusive, and if it wasn't for the limitations of the hardware, then we probably wouldn't have gotten this extremely unique character. Now, other consoles had to have their own copy of it, and the PlayStation 1 does sound a bit better. But the Jag version, the graphics are a little bit brighter, and the controls are a heck of a lot better. They are an unbelievable amount of levels to this game, and the difficulty factor has been cranked up to 11. This is the best 2D side-scrolling platform game on the Jag, and simply one of the best of the entire generation. Not that there's a whole lot to choose from there. It's bright, it's beautiful, sounds awesome, controls perfect, and it launched a truly great franchise. Number 3, Iron Soldier. One of the most common games ever to be released for the Jag is also one of the best. As you play through the 16 missions, you'll unlock new weapons to customize any way you want on your giant mech. I really like the railgun and the Gatling gun, but the missiles really do high amounts of damage. The chainsaws is one of the best chainsaws in any video game, and it's absolutely needed to cut through skyscrapers to find ammo and armor repair. Moving around in a full 3D space really feels tight and perfect. Shooting down choppers out of the sky is extremely satisfying, and taking on other Goliath mechs is superb. I love playing this game, and it is one of my happy games to this very day. And if you really don't like it, give it another shot. I really think over time, it will grow on you. Number 2, Tempest 2000. I am a huge fan of vector graphics, and this game was made by a legendary game designer and freak sheep lover who really understood the hardware and how to use it. How he managed to cram CD quality sounds in this crazy card is unbelievable. There's also more than one game type here. You have Tempest Duel to go head to head against a friend, or traditional Tempest, which is just like the arcade, but with that added sound effects. There's also Tempest 2000 with particle effects flying at you everywhere in a super fun and challenging game with full rotary controls. They didn't even make a rotary controller, but they left the option for it in this game. But my favorite is Tempest Plus because of the AI droid that flies around, and it's just like I'm playing two-player, but I don't have any friends. So this is the closest thing I have to a friend, is this AI droid, and it makes the game so much more fun. There are hundreds of levels to be had here, and the game is extremely challenging. This is so good, and it's mostly because of that great sound. Number 1, Wolfenstein 3D. The best first-person shooter for this console also happens to be the best game for the console. You shoot up tons of Nazis and it's never been more satisfying. It's more like an arcade experience than you could even possibly imagine, because they throw bosses at you every 3 to 4 levels or so. Not just using your knife or a machine gun or a pistol, you could even use a Gatling gun, a flamethrower, or a straight up bazooka to dismember your foes. And you're not just fighting against normal Nazis here. No, there's also zombie Nazis, which everyone to this day loves taking out. The gameplay is smooth, continuously running at a consistent frame rate. Tons of blood. Everyone just turns into puddles right before your eyes as you cut through them. Lots of different replay value as you're always trying to run through a level a little bit faster every single time. And eventually, you'll have a final showdown with Adolf Hitler himself. Tell me this isn't one of the best games of all times, and it is certainly the best game for the Atari Jaguar. But that's just my opinion. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. I had a great time making it, and I already did a full review of all of these games, and also tons more. I've done more Atari Jaguar reviews than anyone else on YouTube, and I know this list didn't match up entirely with you guys' list out there, so please let me know. What's your list in the comments down below? Or maybe just let me know about a game that maybe I didn't get a chance to cover yet for the Jag, and I still have a few more I still want to hit up, and maybe even a few more I want to give another shot at now that I'm a little bit better at this. So until later, I'll see you again, guys.